welcome to my channel and thank you so much for watching. In today's video we're going to be talking about the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. I'm sure you guys seen it out there. It retails for $58 on urbandecay.com, at Sephora, on sephora.com. So the eye look that I'm wearing today is using all shades from this palette. Before I show you guys a tutorial for how to achieve this look, I just wanted to give a quick review of what I think about the palette and whether or not you should invest your money in it, whether or not you should get it. And if you guys watch any of my other videos, you know that I give really honest reviews regardless of the brand. I just feel like if you're going to invest all this money in a product, that you should know the pros and the cons. So I'm going to be as honest as I can about this review. But let me start off by showing you how it looks. This is the front of the case, this is the side, this is the back, and this is the box that it came in. I absolutely love the box. I love the pattern. I think the packaging is definitely a pro. I mean, come on, it's gold, it's white, and it's just really beautiful. And it's just a really nice presentation. I feel like these colors remind me of Christmas, the gold colors, so it would actually make a really perfect gift for someone. I would have actually really liked it if the box pattern was the actual palette cover, because I don't know, I just really love this pattern. But that's not what's important. What's important is what's inside, so I will show you the beautiful shades. There are 15 shades, 3 rows, and 5 shades in each row. There's a humongous mirror, which I really like. There's a little quote in the corner and it says, "Magic's in the makeup." And I would say that this palette has a good range of colors, from natural warm colors to more darker shades, which are on this side. She did include 3 jewel tone shades, and I really like that. It's pink, blue, and gold. I feel like these are actually wearable colored shades. But what actually really drew me to this palette was the lighter shades, the shimmery shades, and I realized that after I got this palette I was like, wow, there's a lot of shimmery shades and a lot of them are kind of similar. And in a way that could be a con instead of a pro. So some people purchased this palette for the fact that Gwen Stefani was behind this and her name is on this palette. But for me, although I love Gwen Stefani, the reason why I purchased this palette was I was actually looking for a palette with sort of like shimmery, natural tone shades, and this had it just about the right time that I was looking for one. And I've actually never owned the Naked 3 palette. When I went to purchase this, I was comparing, like, should I get this or should I get the Naked 3 instead? But I ended up picking up the Gwen Stefani palette, and I'm kind of glad in a way that I did, because if you think about it, the actual Urban Decay eyeshadow shades, the size of each of the pots are pretty much similar, not the same, but similar to the size of each of these shadows. They're a little bit smaller, but you do get a lot for each shade, and they do say that this is a limited edition palette except for 4 colors. But to be honest, some of these shades you can find in other Urban Decay palettes, similar shades, not the same one, with just a different name on it. Now after purchasing it, I realized I sort of like played around with it after I got it, and I realized that I don't know if it's because of my skin tone, because I am darker, and Gwen Stefani, for instance, is very fair skin and pale. So I feel like these shades would be really, really good for fair skin girls and guys out there. If you have my skin tone or similar to my skin tone, you will notice that when using this palette, you would have to actually really build the color, like sort of layer on the shades. I mean, not in an excessive way, but just having to layer it on top of each other just to make it pop. What I do is I use water. I spray my brushes with water just before I dip it into the palette, but you could also use Max Fix Plus, and that should help the pigment sort of pop out. So I hope this little mini review on the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette helped you in some way, and if you would like to see how I came up with this eye makeup look, then please keep watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. So to start off, I'm priming my face using Benefit's POREfessional primer, which will help to lessen the appearance of pores as well as serve as a base for my L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation, which I recently posted a review on, so be sure to check that out. Moving on to concealer, I'm using one of my favorite concealers, the Maybelline Age Rewind Dark Circle Eraser, to conceal under my eyes, and I'm buffing that out using my beauty blender. To set my concealer, I'm using a powder that's a few shades lighter than my skin tone. This one's by Clinique. Then to set the rest of my face, I'm using my L'Oreal True Match Super-Blendable powder. For a very light contour, I'm using the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzer. And now, moving on to eyes, I'm priming my eyelids using the original Urban Decay Primer Potion, which I'm blending out using my finger. Then going into the Gwen Stefani palette, I'm picking up the shade Stark and applying that all over the lid, which will act as a base. Using the shade Zone, I'm applying this color to my crease, starting from my outer crease and working my way in. Now picking up Punk, which is like a dark brownish purplish shade, I'm concentrating this color on the outer crease. So here I'm just wetting my brush before applying the shade Pop. This will help make the shadow stand out more, and I'm just packing this color onto the lid. Picking up Blonde, I'm applying the shade in my inner tear duct. Then going back into Pop, I'm applying the shade on the inner part of my lower lash line. And going back into Punk, I'm applying this shade on the outer part of my lower lash line. I filled in my brows off camera, and I'll be posting a brow tutorial very soon, so stay tuned for that. Now moving on to liner, I'm using the L'Oreal Liquid Intense Eyeliner to create a small wing, and I'm filling in my upper and lower waterline with the Urban Decay 24/7 Black Velvet Eyeliner. Here I'm just curling my lashes before applying some coats of the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Moving on to blush, I'm applying this pink blush from the Naked Flushed palette in Native. I'm also using the highlighter shade to highlight the bridge of my nose and the highest points of my cheek. For lips, I'm using the Nars Satin Lip Pencil. So I just applied my Nars Satin Lip Pencil on my lips, but I also wanted to try out one of the Gwen Stefani sample lipsticks, and I'm going to try this one. It's called Ex-Girlfriend, and it's very similar to the Nars Satin Lip Pencil. Like if I put the two colors together, you can almost see like the similarity. And also Rock Steady, this color is sort of like a reddish maroon color. It's very similar to the Nars Cruella Velvet Matte Lipstick. So these two are the same, and the one that I showed you before are very much similar. But what I really like about the Gwen Stefani the sample lipsticks is that it's so, like, if it's a lipstick, but I feel like they mixed a lipstick and a gloss together, and because the application is very like not very glossy, but it's very moisturized, and you can tell that it's like you don't need to wear a gloss when you wear this. So I'm gonna put it on and I'll show you. So this is the final look. I'm just gonna set it with some Urban Decay setting spray. So I hope you guys found this review slash first impression slash tutorial helpful in some way. If you did, or if you liked watching this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. We're close to reaching 1,000 subscribers and I'm so excited because once we reach 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to be doing a giveaway in collaboration with Pure Adore, and I'll talk more about that in my next video. But again, subscribe, support, I would really appreciate it, and until next time, I'll see you guys later.